Now we're unmuted, just so you know. Welcome.
Cool.
We're building a ship together. That's all the introduction we need.
Not even hi. We're the following people. Welcome to StarMade. We're building a thing. What are you building? We don't know yet. Shut up.
Shh. In Ferrisama is live. Is here with us, but that's the only one. No, we have another one with us too, apparently.
Dude, as I said a couple of times, Inferi doesn't count as viewer. He is already inventory.
No, he's not an inventory. He does count as a viewer. He's my most important viewer because he shows up. Anyways.
Counts as inventory. That's harsh.
Xauber has been all salty, all the conversation, all the phone conversation, you know?
Yeah, completely. All day, all long.
Anyways, with us, we have 2D left. We have Xauber Crow, which uses the pleb skin, because he reinstalled this game. And we have, of course, Gary is here, Captain Anthros, in the middle. And you have my nice, not space vampire, and definitely not gay space vampire, skin. Me, Gmodism, to the right.
It's
No, I
actually
never
not,
noticed that, but now that you've said it, that's all I can see.
it's actually not that vampire gay to have some glowing eyes, yeah? So
As long as
who's
it not start
the vampire
sparkling.
now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Unless he comes back here with sparkling skin, it's okay.
Sparkling. Oh god, I've tried to put it out of my mind. But now I know,
Yeah.
I remember again.
Unfortunately, I can't. My ex was obsessed with it and made me watch all of it.
Oh fuck no, that's depressing. Was your ex 14? Or just weird?
Sadly, no.
Which of them?
No, she was just crazy.
I see.
Well, let's just say she was my ex pretty quickly after the whole Twilight thing. That's all I'm saying.
That's a completely sensible reaction.
That's what I said, but everyone was like, dude, that's harsh.
Anyways, I've tried today to kind of paint a basic structure for the ship, and you don't need to see it even though I show it to the stream because it's kind of useless. It's a block which is 2 units high, 1 unit wide, and 5 units long. That's all I did. So yeah, I imagine we kind of have this kind of ish. Like, I want it to be higher than wider, because then we can have tiers. And imagine if we can have like our own floors. That would be cool.
Yeah. We do have to agree on departments, though. Like,
Yeah.
So,
just like we need like a medical bay, engineering.
so making an exploring ship that you know about, we are making an exploring ship
Yeah.
that you
Yes.
know we making. You know it about science. How long? 3 months, and the only thing you got it's a square.
I did it today.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
Like during work.
Maybe don't admit that on the stream, though, dude. Oh yeah, I'm sitting at work right now, dude.
No, it's no problem. For the first part, my workmates doesn't know my YouTube or Twitch. For the second, my workmates also doesn't work because it's summer and yeah, there is not much to do.
I see. Man, I'd probably get away with that. Nobody at my work even knows I've ever done YouTube. Funnily enough, I don't mention it much.
No, I just also don't mention it. It seems, yeah.
I mean, my old work, I think everyone used to watch it, but that was mainly just to mock me the next day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I think last time I spoke to anyone, I was Captain Butros, because for some reason that was funny. I think I didn't get the joke, but that was my name for like a month.
Captain Butros. Why?
Yep. Putros,
Oh, well.
Putros, Putros. I think they think I look Mexican or something. I don't know. Pretty pale for Mexicans. That doesn't really add up.
No.
Anywho, yeah. So departments wise, I was thinking we need like a medical bay, an engineering bay. As I was saying before we started streaming, I was thinking about sort of a manufactorum space for building patches and so forth. We need a shuttle, or at least somewhere a space for some small shuttles so we can land on alien planets and stuff. Possibly some drones to do like repairs on the ship or little bits of mining, and we need escape pods for sure. And what are you doing?
No, I'm just standing. Keep
You're standing
talking.
awfully close, bro. Didn't realize it was that sort of bar, you know?
Anyways, the first step I think is to speak about the core. Because the core of the ship we can't move when we put it down.
Yeah, sadly, we can't move it.
So, like either we can have like a core room, or we just do as I usually do, have the core in the cockpit. Two choices.
Yeah, I usually put it in the bridge as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
We put it in the bridge. That's great because I don't like core rooms.
Yeah, I only have one really, really old ship that had a core room, but that, to be honest, that was back when core drilling
Yeah.
was how PvP worked. So
Yeah. that makes sense. It's just cores. Yeah. So where is the bridge?
all right, well, so that depends. Are we going to go for a sort of naval feel and have the bridge up high, which is obviously not strictly speaking clever in space anyway? Right at the front, right at the back, it could be anywhere.
Yeah. I'm like thinking. I'm just. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think this is like the proportions of the ship. Is my proposal. If anyone has a better one, please,
Wait, like this isn't 1-to-1 scale, right?
No. It's the proportions, not size. We haven't decided on size yet. It's the proportion. Ratio.
Spaceship for ants?
Das Ratio. Yes.
Yeah, so you weren't kidding about the whole square thing. Well,
I mean,
rectangle.
it's not a model. It's proportions, size-wise.
Right, cool.
It's. I don't think we should make it an actual square.
Yeah.
But yes.
I mean,
Mm.
I don't mind it being square-ish, just jokes aside. Like,
Yeah.
It does make it easier to build interiors and stuff, but just, not that... Oh, okay. Yeah. So you think you want to do, like, well, basically, do you want to do a bridge, like, here, if you will? As
Here?
if, like in a naval way, or more like at the front, sort of idea?
Do we want the bridge to stick out? Because if we're having it here, it has to kind of ish stick out, I guess.
Yeah, like a bridge tower.
But we could also make a flat bridge on top. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's possible.
Yeah, you could do like a sleek bridge that only comes up like a little bit and then lower. Like take a slice out from the front that comes down lower than it would behind the bridge.
Hmm.
You give it like a sort of a more modern submarine look, I suppose, at that point.
Now, building in this mood is absolutely horrible, but it's possible. If the bridge is like there, we could like have it lower in the front and higher in the back, so the bridge kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's
Yeah.
lower at the front. So the bridge is quite low down profile, so it's higher than that, but then the back's higher. And you can maybe even... Well, yeah, speaking of, we probably should put some defenses. Like, it's not a warship, but,
Yeah, of course.
it's a dangerous universe.
I mean,
But I don't know whether we maybe wanted to have, like, turrets only, no active weapons, or would you prefer
I mean,
some active weapons, or what?
we gotta have a death ray. Am I right?
We do, actually. I don't know what I'm saying. We need to... Well, yeah, also, the tactical officer will need something to do. So, I have turned on the turrets. Click.
You know,
Our job here is done.
I'm also thinking like a rebuilt warship must be the best exploration ship.
Oh, so this is like something we've turned into a ship.
I mean,
rather than
old-time
we're actually-
explorers didn't leave their weapons behind.
Damn right. We're going out of the great unknown. Hang on. Something. Obviously, this isn't to build off of, but it's a thing I've been doing recently to save myself a lot of trouble starting builds, because I usually struggle with the beginning of builds because you can't move the core.
Yeah.
So I have been doing this. Hang on. Do.
Do, 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 do.
I shall not set it as affection so everyone can touch it. Don't know where that's gonna spawn in. Right, it's gonna head over there. I've just got, like, I'm not suggesting we build off of this, but I think if we build the bridge before necessarily much of the rest of the ship,
Oh. Mm.
because then the kind of core placement can be taken care of that way.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a good idea to build like the size of the bridge, so we can like decide where the core will be exactly.
Yeah.
Inferi has repurposed industrial shops into warships before, but never the other way around. Okay.
Yep. So I think apart from I forgot to save this one with the gravity units in it, this is like a finished bridge. Obviously, this is a me style one, but this saves me having to worry about the core placement because I
Yeah.
just always spawn this bridge in and then build from there. My whole new fleet thing that I did the video on before, every one of them has this bridge.
Oh, lords.
Hey, I know this bridge.
Yeah, you do.
It was from the ship before.
Yeah, I mean the big Scutum class one is only a similar bridge because it was built on its own originally, and it's a refit. But the rest of the ships, I just spawned this in and built from there. So I've done one where it's a tower, one where it's right at the front, and stuff like that. So I've done like different versions because even the Corvette has this. It's just that this is about a third of the ship on the Corvette. But yeah, I mean we can get rid of this now. But I was thinking maybe if we do a bridge shape first around the core.
Sounds
and do,
good.
like, the stations. Yeah. So hang on, I'll get rid of this. Cool.
I'm spawning a core with a pedagogical name ship.
Cool. Right, so who's jumping in first?
Maybe we can, one sec. If we just can build a tower on top of this, and on this, because this will be much higher than the bridge is, I guess.
I hope so.
Yeah, but just so we have space to move with, and not like, we can just put some temporary build blocks here. Fantastic.
Nice. I have removed my drone for some reason. Cool.
I'll just get into this, so I can click the C button, so we'll kind of can straighten ourselves out.
Yeah. No problemo.
All right.
Yeah, that's fun. In the engineering section, we totally have to have a build block in there so the engineer can get into the ship and like rebuild stuff and rewire it as we're going. Just because that's cool.
Of course.
No, like, I don't know how much of these episodes will be just what happened when we decided to go on an adventure that day because we could film, or how much of it we'll create for the sake of drama, but that would be cool for drama.
Yeah, it would. I think it's also a later implementation, but definitely we want to have functional rooms, or at least I'd like to have that.
Yeah. So with the main weapons and stuff, it might even be cool to put the actual weapon computers on the bridge for once, which I don't normally do, but again, if you get the tactical officer and stuff that way, in theory they could go into the weapon. None of they can then aim the ship, but
you can aim the weapon if you go into the weapon.
Exactly. So if you put the weapon computers there, so Captain having to tell the navigator, would probably be actually in the core in reality, but you know what I mean. To follow that target while someone's in the death beam firing it, and all that kind of noise. So do you want the core to be the captain's sort of station, or not a station, just have it on its own somewhere, so that
D-
all the stations are just RP, or what? Because I always tend to put it at the captain's station, but obviously that's just for convenience, because it's usually just me using the ship.
yes. What did you put at the captain station? You said.
Normally, I basically just use this instead of having to have a camera.
Yeah.
So I would put the captain's seat basically just below
Oh
it,
yeah,
like I
yeah,
did in
yeah.
that bridge as well. So
Yeah,
we could
I
copy that,
usually.
but again, that's just how I do it. But
Yeah,
I tend
like
to
me
do-
too. Either or before I used to place the core block under the captain's feet, but recently I placed it behind the captain's head.
Yeah, I've done that one as well. Below the feet, behind the head, and the more modern ones, they're basically in front and above
Mm.
the captain's chair, so that it's like it's in your vision when you press O to sit in the seat.
Ah,
You can
yeah.
sort of see the core, and then you click it, and then you've kind of got a head's eye view from there as well. Out of the well, I've been doing windows recently in my bridges, but again, we don't
Yeah.
have to do that either.
I mean that's a nice idea. I like Windows too. You know, I think it's a nice idea having the cores in the bridge for RP sake.
Yeah.
So
Totally
let's
so.
have all the computer in the bridge.
Cool. Well, it's not a warship, so it doesn't have to be like super efficiently designed PvP wise.
No, it's not a PV. It can be a warship, but not a PvP ship. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, well, in that case, I think we should make a share in front of the core.
Yeah.
We can begin there.
So you'd rather the core was behind your head then, rather than in front of it?
Yeah, we can have it in front of, because it makes sense to kind of, you know.
Yeah. The only reason I did that was always I feel like I have to like pivot your character around in the seat to then get to the core, but you know, it doesn't really matter.
Either this or, I mean, I guess. I'm just putting the blocks for black leather.
Cool. I would do it like one block lower though, as in so like you're not looking straight at the core so much as the core is just above your head.
All right.
That's that's how I did it in that bridge thing, because you can see the core to click it, but for RP reasons, when you're sitting in the seat, the character still looks through, the gap below the core almost out the window.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I like that. Doesn't have to have these pipes, by the way. I've always had a habit of sticking the pipes on it to then build like a bridge console under it.
Just stick pipes on it. I think that's nice.
Yeah, I always use pipes for everything.
Pipes are nice. And then we can decide like I mean, we don't have to, we can just do it. Someone like build this first layer of the like main floor, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing on some background tunes. Yes.
Somehow it would be way much more cooler if the displays would be angled.
This would be what?
If they would be angled, like sloped displays.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean
But apparently we don't have sloped LCDs.
But we can have different sections of the. You mean like that? Yeah. But we can though. We could technically place them on a rail and tilt it. It's possible. It's just hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
rotation fucked up.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. Still.
So So that's sort of similar to how I usually set it up. But again, it doesn't have to be like that. But because like for RP reasons, if someone is sitting in the seat, you know, like they're looking through this bit, it's like a viewport almost.
Hmm. Yeah, I think this looks good. This is a good start. So
Cool.
Yeah, episode finished. Thanks for joining.
yeah. When you're really desperate for content.
Well,
Something
there
like
has been a
this.
bit of a content drought, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like someone said on Reddit, that I have been single-handedly kept the StarMade Discord, the StarMade Reddit alive for like the past half year. And I was like, yeah, when you say that, I'm the only one that actually posts videos.
I've done like one.
Yeah. I saw it, so like, oh my god, Gary made a video too. Amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of hardship. I just have no time. No time.
Ah, understandable.
Right.
All right. I'm wondering, about the other kind of floors of the bridge. Should they be on a lower level, or should they be same level?
I suppose that's why I have to decide whether it's going to be a bridge tower or like a forward bridge at that point.
I think it
If it's
should be
forward
kind
bridge,
of.
we could have a whole command deck with the bridge at the front. Or if we do it as a tower, then yeah, everything else will be at least one level lower.
Oh yeah, I mean the rest of the like bridge, like the other places in the bridge.
Seat. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking that maybe we could have integrated bridge on the ship, because a bridge tower would look. I think it would look a little bit silly on a ship at this size.
Yeah.
If it's not in, it would look like let's take a precision laser and just cut it off. Yes, excellent.
Cool. So, yeah. So elevated bridge, captain's chair or not? Is it? Ooh, nice. So you want to have like a slope coming off all sides from here, and then all the other stations just one level lower, or?
The one in the, I guess we only have like maybe we can have it on one block higher and the rest like a bit one block lower, or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, there we have it. Symmetry, yay!
Yeah, that looks nice.
Oh, I forgot we do not have slopes. But wait.
Nope.
You can use different sizes of. Oh yeah, did we talk about colors?
Colors?
For
I
the.
don't think so.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe we want to make a neutral-ish ship. So, how about having the main color like gray and maybe red details or something?
I
Yeah.
mean, we are an exploring vessel. Would it not make sense to have it more like a grayish blue?
Oh, you mean blue details in gray or what?
Yeah.
That's just my normal color scheme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit.
Then it's just another Anthro ship with other guys on it too.
I think,
Okay, how about green then?
I've never done green. We could.
Yeah, me too.
you already put green. Oh, well, I mean,
Well, how we could go a bit primary colors with it almost, and have grey being the detail over a color, or maybe I'm not sure.
a huge
That might not
colored
work that
blob.
Yeah, it doesn't really. In my head, it made sense for a second, but I think that works in a cartoon, but not necessarily for this.
Maybe if it's like orange or something.
Dude, how about you're working with mirror mode? With symmetry?
This coming from you. You never used to use mirrored mode for anything.
Xaber recently learned how to use advanced build mode properly.
That's fine. I was busy thinking, to be honest. Obviously, this won't stay grey hull or anything, but I like the shape so far.
I'm going to look at the colors because maybe if we want to keep it, if we're building a very huge ship,
Yeah.
I mean, if we make it brown, it might mostly look rusty, maybe.
That's true.
But yeah, because I'm thinking if we're using a more plain color, like gray or something, we can, we have more freedom in terms of industrial details.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So maybe dark gray might be a little too dark for main color. So that's why I'm thinking that the most suitable main color is just plain steel gray.
Yeah. It means we can use dark grey as another accent as well. That way.
Yeah, I mean dark gray accent. We have a lot of other options. We have the 2 types of motherboards. We have all the motherboards are gray in like bottom.
Yeah.
Too. So we can use that too, because I think that if we have that. If we have this industrial detailing, it will make more sense when we combine our build styles, because everything together will just look still industrial.
True. Okay, yeah.
Then we have the like, we can also have like a detail block that we should not be afraid to use. Maybe is the caution tape. It looks nice with gray too.
I use the crap out of that in my builds.
Yeah. And then we have should we have the detail color green, or should we have an other color?
I'm okay with green. At least let's see how that goes. Just because I've never tried it. Like I've never seen anyone go with the kind of green thing. Oh, we're adding some green.
It might look very quite military kind of.
Yeah.
Bit, yeah.
Like camouflage.
But then it's meant to be a repurposed military ship, I suppose.
It would enforce that image, but most modern space seem to use blue a lot, like battleships.
Yeah. Again, that's why my ships are grey with dark grey accents and blue highlights. That's my whole scheme. It's in no way the colours from Macross/Robotech at all. It's not my obvious building inspiration.
Okay, then
what
we
do you
know
mean
that.
with giant beams? I grew up watching giant beams. Goddamn Robotech. Fire the main gun. Bwah. We gotta have a main gun.
Of course.
Orange. That's quite cool.
Orange is the obvious engineering industrial color.
Yeah. Actually, that's quite. I actually like that more than I thought I was gonna.
Better than green, at least, I think, definitely.
Yeah, it's like engineering, sort of a. Yeah, even a mining sort of feel to it as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely less military and more other stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Orange details.
Voting for orange.
But I think also at many details here and there we can have other colors as well, because otherwise it will be too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So don't feel confined too much. But the main detail color is now orange.
So, do we want to have like the navigation and tactical stations in front of the captain, to either side or behind, or kind of mix of all of it? How do you see that being laid out? Because
I'm
we haven't done all of
imagining-
them, so I have no preference really.
Yeah. I'm imagining the captain should have some kind of high ground, so we can probably, you know, have small steps downward to
Yeah.
stations.
So yeah, so maybe have them more in front of the captain so he can sort of see everything that's happening from there. Then.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can also have like people on the side of the captain facing the wall too, if we like to put them.
Yeah. Like a semicircle
Yeah.
going from each. Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
I don't know which ship it is now, but I've seen some Star Wars ship that has a very funny bridge that's basically like a pit. That we have like steps going like 2 meters down. We just have this like, you know, area with places.
Yeah. Ooh. So ramps even further down then.
Yeah, like a few. We can have like many levels.
Yeah. So I was just really more marking out like a bow shape.
I mean, we can have a middle rod too. That's fine. But
Oh no, this is more. I was kind of just trying to, in my mind, mark out the overall shape
Yeah.
of the bridge in general. Like up and down has not been defined yet. I actually quite like that. It's just like 3 levels. Yeah. So cool. And then a few coming off the side as well.
I'm feeling we probably need to. Oops. Considering this is going to be probably the largest ship anyone built. Oops. Xarber left
Why
again.
has Zabercar left the game?
Something was pretty messed up. I just rejoined the server.
Cool.
Ah no! You're gonna be shitting me.
You're getting that error again.
Oh,
Son of a
but something different this time.
Oh, well, that's something.
Exception. GL invalid annum.
Oh, that's fine. You can just click retry and ignore the warning.
Oh yeah, I see. Gee. All right. Okay, everything's this is good again.
I'll just expanding the bridge a little bit, considering this will be the like largest ship any one of us has built. It should probably be,
Yeah.
you know, a decent size. It would be horrible to feel crammed in a 2-kilometer ship, or how big it now will be on the bridge.
Yeah. Let's maybe 2 kilometers is maybe a bit much.
How large ship should we make?
Well, I'm thinking realistically large enough that it's an explorer ship, but then in the world of StarMade, you know, the crew is going to be like 4 or 5 people max, not actually going to have like tens or like 50 people on it. So like, I'd maybe scale it to match that. You know, like it's only really going to have like 6 quarters and stuff. So I would scale it down to consider that, so it's not loads of wasted space we're not actually using. And also, I'd like to be able to record the game without my computer bursting into flames.
But now you have a new computer. What's the problem?
No computer is powerful enough to deal with a 2-kilometer ship going near a planet, and you know it.
The planets are soon gone. I'm sure the new planets will cause no lag at all.
I will believe that person.
Especially when we land on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying shuttle. We need a shuttle bay.
We do need a shuttle bay. We're not landing this on anything.
This ship is not going near planets. That's not a thing.
I mean, it gotta be larger than 500 meter. 500 meter is just sad. If
Yeah,
it's less.
but so 1K, I guess, would be. I mean, that's still big, especially if it's reasonably wide and tall as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of internal volume. And again, it needs to have like decent shields and weapons, but again, it's not a warship, so it doesn't have to be like so super efficient use of space or anything. We can use a lot more interior than we
Yeah.
say normally would.
Yeah, we can
Just as long as it
have
doesn't blow up when something shoots at it.
like mostly interior.
Pretty much what I was thinking. So, because I think you want like recreational areas. Because the idea is if you're exploring, 5-year mission in deep space and stuff, you're gonna need gyms and a bar.
Of course.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I mean, we
probably
can.
probably a cinema.
Of course. We can leave a lot of empty space too if we need it in future. If we need future rooms we forgot about we can add them.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because we can close off the visible interior with corridors and stuff, but have like a cavernous expanse we can get to whenever we need it. If we ever decide to add new stuff.
For some reason, it sounds more like we are building on colony ship instead of an exploring ship.
Can be both.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going exploring, like, again, not to bring in Star Trek too often, but 5-year mission in deep space, I need a cinema, dude. That's all I'm saying, and like,
Did you not say?
yeah, you gotta have a gym. I mean, it's obviously not true Earth's gravity, so you need a gym. You need a bar. I mean, what happens if one of those days where you spent like 4 hours running away from angry alien tribesmen? You need to unwind.
You need a bar.
Yeah. Also, that's where a lot of drama can happen.
Of course. Bar fights
I never
in
Deep Space
space.
Nine. Quark's bar was where all the drama happened.
So
space booze.
oh yeah, like blue space booze, like in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
That
You
you're
get it?
drinking weird cans.
Yep. It also means we could film like episodes where, we don't really technically do much. It's like mostly on the ship. Some sort of argument. No, I think we should go that way.
Fillers.
Yeah, filler episodes. We could get like an astrometrics lab, and just have like a big display thing that I can then green screen bits over. So we can like bring up a big digital map appearing and have an episode where we argue over which direction to go.
Yeah, that's good. As a fail-safe kind of ship, I imagine we should have either 2 elevators or 1 elevator and 1 stairway, like beside each other.
Yeah, good idea.
So
Turbo
like,
lift,
like,
and then some stairs and a Jeffrey's tube.
oh, like a drop tube.
Yeah, just for absolute emergencies. There's a modern elevator, and then it could have a spiral staircase, and then just like an old-fashioned gravity lift, but like a tube. You just gotta go like for super quick emergencies. Like someone needs to get down there, like right the fuck now.
That's good to have.
Yep.
Inferis says, don't forget the centrifugal training machines for the gym. We're not there yet, but
Yeah.
god damn it.
Gonna need that.
There gotta be with rails. No.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Stuff has to happen.
with those tape caution blocks, I imagine that on each of those sides we can have like an elevator / an elevator or a stair or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we can have separate tubes, like if one breaks. I don't know.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
Alright. Then I wonder, around how high should the bridge be? We want probably some space for, I don't know, like screens and stuff in the roof.
Sure.
And I'm also thinking that we probably want around at least 3 layers of armor at the top.
That's a lot of armor for a non-battleship, but yeah.
It's a huge ship.
It is. It also has to be able to move.
I mean, we don't need to armor everything super hard, but it might be beneficial to arm the computers.
Yeah, so we could have sections of it with like heavier armor than other bits that at least look lighter.
Yeah.
Like, obviously in reality we could armor on the inside.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I with 3 layers of armor, I mean like cockpit. The roof of the cockpit should be at least 3 layers armor, you know, thick.
Yeah.
And the size, I mean, the rest of the ship, I mean, we can't have it in advanced armor, like all of it. It's just too heavy. Probably somewhere around 1 layer standard armor and hull, but we'll have so much interior, it will add up as armor.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're smart, we won't put the reactor in the sides of the ship, like under 1 layer
No.
of hull.
That would be bad.
This is just a approximation of maybe how much inside space we want, and then we'll add some layer, I don't know, armor on top of that.
So I'm just gonna maybe bring it down. So yeah. Just so like the consoles aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Just so it's a bit more middle-ish, but not still upper. Yeah.
Mm.
No, maybe it's just going higher than that though. That's not enough layers.
Okay, so that's inside, and there's, like roof will be on top of there. Not that color, of course, maybe not, but because I imagine it's a good idea that we outline, like, we build the large view, like the large proportion of the ship now. Because if we're going to detail the cockpit, like the bridge now, that's the only thing we'll do.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we
Also,
have the
just marking out
problem,
spaces.
because next time we don't know if, how many can join.
True.
We have some problem with business, so I imagine we probably just, when we're building on, we probably, just have to, everyone that can build, build. Like,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we start mashing out the frame, did we decide on a short tower in the middle, or did you want to front load have this as the very front of the ship? Because admittedly, something about the grey and orange is putting me in mind of the original, like 70s show for Battlestar Galactica. It's just something about the squarey grey and orange. So suddenly I kind of want this to be the very front, but it doesn't have to be. But either the front or like is in a sort of short tower in the sort of middle of the center of gravity.
I mean, we could also have it, like, if we make it in the front, we could have this like a little tube kind of thing in, like, if you imagine the ship being a sandwich, this could be a little thing between the sandwich part that kind of pokes out from the front. So we have kind of
Yeah.
huge, armor kind of growing out from there, but, so we have a clear view out.
Cool. I mean, that does look an awful lot like a battleship.
Or we
Yeah,
could
I like
just
that,
stick it on the top.
Not quite like the sandwich thing now, though. It does look a bit wary, but yeah, especially that would probably give us the aesthetic. Then we make it look like it was a warship. So we could maybe even have like unused hard points and stuff on the hull. Where it's been stripped down a bit from its previous role. Yeah, I quite like that. Also, in case you haven't noticed, I only really build warships, so it plays into me anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been having an idea to do something like this myself. Like before we had the first talk about it, I was like toying with, right, I do have a vast military now. I should probably work on building civilian ships. And then I had the idea with exploring one, because obviously I was trying to think of some way to do a Captain Anthros thing that was a bit easier to film.
Yeah,
And not
makes
write
sense.
myself into a corner like I did last time.
Not burn yourself out.
Yeah, that was pretty heinous to keep up with it, and then obviously it was difficult to get all the people back into it, and once they'd filmed for it, I was stuck with them. And so, like, the guy who played the bad guy, like, he could never get back into film, so I just had to keep using the same clip while doing the voice myself and everything. I was like, no. The other guy with the cowboy hat, I could never get him back either. I was like, but you promised you'd film, or I wouldn't have wrote you into the damn thing. Yeah,
Now,
right. So
so the like main proportions, the main size of the ship will be approximately 1,000 meters long,
Yeah.
approximately 400 meters high, and approximately 200 meters wide.
okay.
If we stick to if we stick to that plan. But if we're making it, 1,000 long, we need to make it not too thin, I suppose. But so if we make the sandwich kind of variant, we have the challenge here to make the bridge able to, look out on the rest of the ship, because we probably have to have like armor sloped out from the windows.
Yeah.
I guess, or like space.
I'm just plotting those sticks. I'm trying to imagine the two sort of sandwiches. And then either like have the sandwiches stick out a tiny bit more than the bridge, or have the bridge stick out from the sandwiches. Thinking the bridge sticking out from the
Whenever
sandwich.
you say it sounds not correct.
Well, yeah. When I hear myself saying it, that's not what I was going for.
If the bridge sticks out in front of the ship, it would become quite vulnerable.
Yeah, although this would also be layers of crystal armor and advanced plate as well, mind you. But yeah, maybe so. If we have the bridge just slightly in, so if the sandwiches ended about there-ish kind of thing.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm not sure if that's the scale yet. I'm really just using it for a visual. And then,
because
so
we
it's
can-
sort of gonna end up like a long tube of a ship. Yeah, that's quite cool though.
because if we wanna fit like more space, now it will not be exact placement, but we can like 1 sec. I'm just placing the symmetry plane, and we could have like the armor wedging out from the bridge in this sort of configuration. I imagine.
Someone has a lot of stuff loaded up on copy and paste. Yeah.
I
Dude,
loaded.
we are talking from Gmodism. He has anything.
That's
Nice.
how I roll.
I really need to bother doing that. The only thing I can paste in is the mechanism for my cargo pod setup, where it builds them in a shipyard and then drops them onto the loading bit and then fires them onto the ship. Because I was never building that logic nonsense again. It was fucking months of horror, so I copied that whole thing. But that's the only thing I've ever done before.
Oh well. I guess we should start outlining the sandwich structure. Okay, so we need to. Are we still kind of still using this around of this? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, then we just it will be identical on top, and like, so I'll just copy this, or copy and copy that. I imagine it can be smart to use basic armor as like default type of block. Otherwise, weight will add up quickly.
Yep. It's cool. We can save weight later on with less armored bits towards the back and so forth. Give it some deliberate vulnerability.
Oh,
To be fair, it doesn't need to be super fast. Like we don't have to have this thing at 2.5 ratio or anything.
no. We don't have to have that, but we can make it so it's, it will be sluggish as hell to like drive.
Just for drama reasons, basically, because then that would explain the need for like shuttlecraft and auxiliary pods for like repairs and stuff like that. Because the ship itself is obviously just a big lumbering beast, but it would, again, it's probably made of like again, Star Trek and Red Dwarf and stuff. Like it's the big mega ship, but
Mm.
it gives you excuses to do episodes in smaller ships that are more nimble and stuff. Because this thing's always just, it's so big and strong that, to be perfectly honest, anything shot for dedicated warship wouldn't be able to puncture the shields anyway. So
Mm.
you know, it doesn't need to be maneuverable. That's cool.
So I'm placing out some, you know, structures to save us.
Yeah.
So because otherwise it's easier to like fill them out later with proper blocks, just so we get kind of general understanding. Oh god. Oh, am I going to? They're so bothersome. Oh, I need to place.
Okay. Apparently I can just watch for now, because every time for switch to block or else, I'm getting this damn issue.
Oh,
damn.
Yes.
the
There's always someone.
Yeah,
This
this
is not me.
Enum something.
Yeah.
I can just look for now.
oh no, that's depressing.
What's the
Usually
press?
it's me that has the technical issues.
It's like I say, the most of the work is going to you and Gary, like especially the framing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let's see here. Load. Oh no. Am I? Yeah, I'm just not understanding blocks. That's why.
Why there are some block pieces, like the block got destroyed?
What?
Really?
On my screen, there are some pieces of destroyed blocks.
Yeah, I put
Where?
it there to keep track of what's middle.
How? How do you lay destroyed blocks?
Oh, you destroyed blocks. You see.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I
see.
just misheard.
That's weird.
That's a bug.
Yeah, I don't see them. Although we should remember that apparently, even though they're turned off, there are pirates on this server. Just in case.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
it's really weird.
Yeah, I have to say, I noticed that bug in my single player game.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of my mining pods appear as pirates, and I'm like, even though blueprints are specifically set not to be usable, like on my single player like build server, it's just like, you know, always moans, oh, there are no blueprints set to spawn for anything else. I'm like, damn right, there's not. But apparently, it just went, you're still gonna have to fight them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
The
very
new
annoying.
bug, which makes no sense.
I've had that experience too. It's like, what the fuck, guys? You're an AMS turret. Get off my lawn.
Nice.
1, you're an AMS turret. 2, you're my AMS turret. 3,
Yeah, exactly.
I turned you fucking off. Get out. Yeah, that happens.
Oh, speaking of lawns, we need a hydroponics bay.
Of course we do. Gary, please explain what the hydroponics means.
Oh, right, sorry.
I've
It's,
seen it
place
in
where you
ships,
can-
but I never really understood, you know, the exact term. It's something with water.
Yeah, it's built-in water irrigation with earth and like soil, so that it, and then it's under like fake solar lighting, so you can grow stuff to eat, basically.
Oh, so it's like a water cleaning plant slash garden.
Yeah, essentially. Like there's piping, like run under the soil almost with like holes throughout the pipe.
Mm.
So when you run the water, it just immediately and evenly waters everything to exactly the right amount. You can set it by a computer. It's a real thing. We have hydroponics farms and stuff in real life.
Ooh.
And yeah, so you run it with a computer. So like, you know, like section 1A will get this much water, and because that's what that plant wants, and the other section will only get like less water because that's a drier plant, and it would kill it if it gets too wet and so on.
That's cool.
And then they get given exactly the amount of sunlight they'd want for optimum growth that way. So
Don't mind the airplane.
Dude, to be honest, if you look at this now, if you color it and you make some teeth with white, this is actually a dragon mouth.
nice.
It's actually the dragon mouth from a hostess dragon called from World of Warcraft, the Dreadwing or something. Dude, this is
Nice.
like kind of the mouth from him.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Okay,
Turning
so
into a goddamn battleship though.
it's a refitted battleship.
Yeah. We even have to we have to have like an old name that's like scored out. It's like it should be called like Dragon's Wrath or something like. Nah, we have to change the name.
What's dragon in Latin? In Latin, I wonder.
Salsa?
It's not the fucking salsa.
That's so racist, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay, to be fair, we call the ship Tequila.
These are the voyages of the SS Tequila. Crashing into stuff.
Oh lords.
And then we're gonna make the name program, so we are going to be drunk the whole time.
Well, it's certainly a way to do it.
So our drop shit will be Mexican hot.
It will perpetually play Mexican music.
Exploring unknown space.
Arriba.
One shot at a time. Be interesting whenever we meet any alien life, right? Hey man, do you think we could eat it?
Barbecue.
Oh. We have to have at least one crew member that's never drunk though, just so they're always like exacerbated and having to react to everyone else going like, whoa, they taste like chicken and stuff. And they're like, that's the first intelligent life we've met in 4 months and you're eating it.
It's
They're
not.
like, yeah, you're lost, bro. It's awesome.
Don't miss out, bro.
Caused some sort of intergalactic war because we started eating like the young of some other like species. Oh yeah, like in Futurama, you know, if you you go to a planet, you find these things like was it poplars or something, but turns out to be like the young of some like massive alien race. And you're like, oh no.
You know, this is for sure not an exploring vessel. I mean, you know, Gmodism said 3 thick armor, but if you look at now, this is actually on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layered armor.
Is it? But 3 thick armor was if the tower was supposed to be at the top, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that we don't need to armor. I imagine most of this will be empty space. But I think that, you know, we want to at least have 3 thick armor to protect our core blocks, because everything will be, you know.
Yeah, it's fair. We
So-
just need to make sure we scale it down a bit on the other parts of the ship, like have areas that have only like 1 to 2 layers of armor and stuff. Well, 3. if you
But
count
why
them all.
not wedging it, I mean the front, why not wedging it in instead of like you did it right now, like wedging it more out? So we have
Because it gives that extra protection, I suppose.
Yeah,
Only
because
hit the bridge dead on.
it will be 200 wide. So if you remove too much of the wedging, it will look weird. It will look weird when it goes over to the hull, which it will go straight out. So that's why we had some, you know, more wedging. It might not need to be at the fronts, but I think we should have it at the sides.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it, like, as heavy as it is here, as long as basically, like, the armor almost tapers out. towards the rear of the ship. So it's like, again, that bit where there's a really heavy armor bridge where you can tell it used to be a battleship, and then you can see where the armor's been stripped off and like new things have been added on instead, or
because we
stuff
can
like that.
have, if we keep, the most of the ship, like we kind of have much empty space in it, we can have a lot of engine blocks also. So I mean, this is still pretty light. It's no problem.
Oh, someone moved the ship.
Maybe.
It's the sheer guilt, maybe. That's for you to prove, baby.
All right. So I guess, will we have one slope block more, or will we start, widening the ship? Just
That's probably enough. Start widening the ship a bit now.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we have like this
It's
is
2 wedges. I mean, like sized wedges are enough. The 3 would be way too much.
Yeah.
This block here is 100 meter. So
I mean, to be honest, wait.
Yes.
If you let, oh wait, I can't build. This is annoying.
oh no, that's annoying.
Wait, can I get at least the first block, just a normal block? Oh, I crashed. God damn it! Give me just a normal block, please.
If we ever successfully had like everyone working properly at once, ever, there's always something.
Okay, I do have. Wait, it works with this block too. I don't care. We can have at least now. On wait, where's the level? Like here? Yeah. No, one more. Is it? Yeah. Like when the wedges like on the same level, like here. We can like go out 3 or 2 blocks, and then we can wedge it in a bit again, like 3. So we have like how to say that, like I don't know how to describe it.
Like a pit, or
I guess you got the point. What I mean.
like have the armor
Yeah.
growing out again a little bit to kind of make sense.
Yeah.
Because if we also have like areas that's lower under the window, it would like technically also absorb light, which would be good, so that everything doesn't reflect on the hull and glare.
Wait. This is actually the width we are going with.
This is 200 meters, so if we are building it 200 meter wide, yes. We could
I mean,
change
the whole
that.
ship doesn't have to be that width. That's just like the limit.
Yeah, like that's
In the
like
end of
that's
the,
the
there
limit.
could be like one bit in the middle that bulges out that far, and the rest of the ship can be slimmer than that. So what did we say? We said 1,000 long, didn't we?
Yeah, we said 1,000 long initially, and if we want to change anything of this, it's high time we like decide on size limits. We could scale it down a little bit too, but 1 kilometer sounds cool.
It does sound. Well, hang on. Let's draw a box like this. 200 wide, 1,000 long, and what was it,
400.
100 tall? We said, or whatever it was. However
400.
tall it is. Yeah, and then that gives us like the outer dimensions, and then
Yeah.
As we start building into that, we can end up not building as big or as big as we sort of go that way.
Let's do that.
I just had the picture. we are making we are making the first episode, like, and the captain is saying, "Dude, technical, get fast to the engine. We are getting shot. We have to get out of here." Wait. The engineer's running to the back. Engineer, where are you? I'm halfway through. Wait, I'm closely there.
You know,
Meanwhile, wait. The
yeah.
engineer's on the back, fixes everything and says into the communication stuff, "Captain, I'm down. We can get out of here." Captain. Captain! And then you see a picture, and the word bridge is gone.
Well, that could totally happen.
You know, I recently watched a mecha space anime with huge ships, and they have subways on the spaceship. Maybe we need a subway system in the ship.
I was gonna say yeah, because sideways left, but subway's the right word. Yeah.
Tram
That's
system.
what I was gonna say.
Maybe you can have shuttles, so you can ride your small shuttles inside the ship. That could be pretty cool, actually.
That would be badass.
It would
Oh,
work
no,
if the
no,
ship stands still.
Got it. We have to have hoverbike stations, and you take the hoverbikes around the ship.
Oh yes, our official transportation in the ship is now hover bike.
Yep. Oh, that's so cool. And we have to have hoverbike stations in the shuttle, so whenever we take a shuttle down to a planet, we still hoverbike around because we don't walk like peasants. The laziest space explorers of all time. Space segways. That's happening.
It is happening. Alright, this is... okay, that is... oh, right, by the way, should the cockpit be in the center or not?
I assume so. It's nice and balanced that way. But it doesn't have to be.
I mean, for now, it looks more like that the cockpit is on the front.
Yeah, I mean center, but, you know,
As
center
in
of
rather
the...
than top or bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So this is 400 high.
What? I've only managed to go 400 long so far, and I'm already going, maybe 1,000's a bit much.
It's hard
God
because
damn.
1,000 sounds so cool.
It does, but fuck, that's big. Right,
know-
screw it. We'll draw the. Well, hang on. Maybe like 1,000 long is maybe more reasonable if we don't go 400 tall and wide though. Like that's like a giant rectangle. Maybe if we go 200 like tall, 200 wide, and 1,000 long, so it's more of a very long tube. Maybe. Nah, I don't know. That might be a bit boring though.
I like floors. It would be so cool to have floors in it.
Yeah.
But we could
There's a lot of floors out of a 200-meter tall ship though.
Yeah,
You only
that's
need
true.
like 3 blocks per floor, really, 4 to have a bit of headroom. I watched who was it? Somebody was building something recently. I can't remember who I was watching now, and they like marked out all the decks before they really finished the frame off. And I also thought that was quite clever, but I've never tried that. That just seems awfully big.
I'm let's see here. Like the front of the ship should probably be a lot thinner anyways.
Yeah.
But this is of course the boundary box, but I imagine maybe the ship is kind of, you know, kind of here-ish in the front or something.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the whole shape doesn't have to be.
Because we're not building an actual rectangle, we probably want, you know,
Yeah.
kind of many sloped areas, so it can grow out, you know, carefully in some weird way somehow.
Cool. Yeah, screw it. Let's just draw the box then. We'll do the box as it is. Was it 200 wide, 400 tall, and we'll do it 1,000 long, and then we don't have to fill the box. Yeah, but just it gives us an outer boundary.
People
So
have
that someone's
built
not building on
kilometer
their
ships
own.
before.
I think that's bigger than anything I've ever built.
That's bigger than anything I also built, but I mean, it would be cool if we built the 1 kilometer ship.
Yeah. Also, let's mark it out. Let's do the 1 kilometer long box.
Yeah.
That gives us a frame to build in, and then if it doesn't end up that size, then it didn't. But if we can get it to that size and it's fine, then bonus. But it gives us that boundary line,
Yeah.
because obviously we'll be on, you know, different times building on our own, and it means as long as you stick within the lines, it should be fine, kind of thing.
I'm adding a temporary power thruster area on the ship
Yeah, cool.
outside of the boundary box, just so that we can move around slightly. Power consumption 108%. Excellent. need some stabilizers at the other end. Oh, lords. 100% great. I've been ignoring the chat for a while, or I haven't seen it. Let's see here. Firing holes in towers. Oh. Bridge. The bridge will indeed have very fair degrees of view, and I think, of course, we can fill the empty spaces with decoration. We can also wall them off and have air inside, and pretend it's isolation.
Yeah. Isolation.
It could be. And definitely, if the ship is damaged and we would have decorating pipes inside the empty air, it would look cool. That's not sure, but
yeah.
Maybe we can, however, add good areas to damage if we do some cinematic stuff. Okay, hover bikes. No, to be honest, I have never thought about having hover bikes or hover cars inside of a ship before either. In Ferrisana has not, so that's nice. And let's see here.
We need to move the ship forward slightly.
Oh.
It's already banging the shop, but I've only done like 400 meters so far.
I've moved to another sector now, I think.
100 meters. Guys.
Okay.
I could already say, you just... No, this is way too big. You think it way too big, dude.
Yeah, it's getting a bit crazy, yeah. Yeah.
You think we should scale it down a bit?
Well, hang on. This should be 1,000 now.
I mean, as
Holy
Gary
shit, that's big.
As Gary said, we will just be 4 members on a ship. That's this huge.
Yeah.
AI. But if you want to build a smaller ship, we can of course do it.
I appear to have lost the sound.
Oh.
Oh, there you go, you're back.
Oh, well, that's good.
I was slightly worried there. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
All alone. Yeah. Here's the thing: it's like a ship this big implies like a crew of like 100 odd people, and that's just not gonna be a thing unless we have imaginary people on board.
It can be AI. It's the future.
Unless we're just gonna build like loads of rails everywhere and have little bots just walking around the ship.
Smart ship, smart areas, you know? I mean AI as in computers.
Yeah, but again, especially then would not need a ship that size. It's a giant mainframe computer from the goddamn 70s.
Huh.
I mean, you also have to imagine, dude, to be honest. I slow myself down with building, and Gary is buzzy as hell, you are buzzy as hell. So the bigger the ship is, the more unusual it will get that the ship is ready when the universe update is out.
The universe update is probably a good bit away anyways. But
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
Do you not want to build much on the ship, Xaber, or?
As I said, I slow myself down. I'm not building every day on it.
No, of course not.
no, none of us are. So
No,
it's gonna
I
be a
mean-
long process. I do think 1,000's probably pushing it in terms of we'll never finish it. Look, just looking at the size of the build box now.
Yeah.
Christ.
This is, in my opinion, it's way too big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think like the 200 wide looks okay. So I wonder if we even went 200 wide, 200 tall, and maybe 500 long. Maybe not strictly only 500, but you know that'd be like a rough idea. Even just half the length and half the height, basically. That'd still be a huge ship. I mean, 500 meters is not nothing.
Yeah, half the length and the height I guess this is.
Yeah. Like it doesn't have to be strict. If we end up building it and it kind of goes slightly out of that, then whatever. But I
do
think trying to fill
land,
this space is crazy.
I do think the land is probably going longer than 500.
Yeah, it said like it'd be 500 and something when it's actually done, if you know what I mean. But 1,000's crazy.
Yeah, because of
Get it.
tenors and Ls.
Yeah. Sounds good. Too long. Ah.
Oh.
Just by looking at it, it's way too huge, dude.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
That's more of a Titan than anything else.
it is. I guess we'll have to build a kilometer
Here's the
ship
deal
another
then.
way.
If we ever finish this, then our next sort of group project can be 1,000-meter long Doom Titan with a the entire thing's basically a beaming cannon with a ship glued to it. Because I'm down for that.
Smaller than my Titan.
It's just a 1,000-foot long ion cannon with a ship strapped to it. Let's go. It can only fire once, but God help anyone who's in road. It took the resources of 2 whole galaxies.
For each shell.
I mean, just imagine. It would be so cool. If you have a weapon like this and you fight against another Titan, like an OP Titan that is just made out of systems and massive shield and massive armor, and you just rip it apart with just one shot.
Yep. It's like, oh, don't worry, my shields are down. There's not enough power in the game to recharge this weapon, but goddamn.
You have to load it loaded. You have to load it in like loaded with
Yep.
guns loaded. Otherwise,
It's like, I'm gonna press fire, and then we're all gonna have to reset the game because it's gonna crash, and then
But
we're gonna
man.
find out what happened.
it was a damn shot.
They call it the mathematical impossibility, the game crasher. Stars unmade, baby. Yeah, it's like each shell has to have like an entire star, like super condensed into it.
Every shell, it's like the size of a continent.
Boom, baby.
Oh.
So the only problem is every time we fire it, the ship gets propelled backwards at such a rate that we actually go back in time. Yeah, you have to have the engines on maximum thrust just to pull the trigger.
Dude, is there a ship? What is there a ship or do I look wrong? Is this a trigger? No, what is this?
I've freestyled the new boundary
Build
box.
box.
Yeah. So around this size, now it's 600 long. Should we have it 700 long, or should I end off the box here?
I'd say 6 is probably okay because I'm seeing it being 560 odds in reality.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
did you not got it? He just already said, like, mentally, like, increasing it by 100 again.
That's fine as long as the agreement doesn't have to fill, nor does it really have to stay in the box as long as it's reasonably close to it. If in the end it bulges out, that's fine.
Yeah,
Or
I
doesn't
mean,
quite reach
yeah,
it, that's fine. But that's a bit more. Yeah, okay.
we can put in more like space. The engines can stick out 100 meters if they want to. It's no big deal.
Yeah, because I have this. I want to do like a ring of like external engines almost, like big fucking rocket thrusters on the back.
Sticking out.
Yeah, like pipes and stuff taking it back in. Like, no, these things run so hot. This can't be in the main hull. This has to be strapped on the back.
When we go backwards, we suck in planets.
So we go exploring, but when we go exploring, we're not fucking about. It's all these engines. They go, "What's the thrust to mass ratio? 1.1." But maybe when we come back and do like a massive group build tie-in for this might be a bit much.
It will be like the old big freighting ships in the like 17th century and the 16th century. It was like,
Yeah.
the ship is going forward, you're not fucking stopping this thing, so just paddle your boat and try to get on.
Yep.
That will be the shuttles trying to dock. Sorry, can't stop.
Yep. Yeah, that reminds me of Red Dwarf again as well in the earlier seasons. They've been traveling for 3 million years in one direction, so it's going to take like, what was it, 160 years just to turn around. Something. It's just a massive ship. Cool. I'm still going to add loads of pod bays to this ship. So we've got like escape pods and little mini pods that can do a bit of mining and cargo pods and stuff we can use to like deliver things. To, like species we find.
Inferry has an interesting point here. Does hover bikes work without ship or planet gravity, like ship gravity? No,
Yeah, I've never tested it on a ship actually. I know they work in planet gravity. I don't know if they work on a ship actually.
I think that maybe to be safe we should have pretty wide corridors so you can go with a normal small shuttle.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
Oh no.
What was that?
That's text-to-speech implemented in Discord.
Sorry. It was too.
Oh, it just sober.
Sorry.
That's cool. I just thought something was horribly wrong with my computer there for a second.
Oh god, it's probably very easy to troll some poor, not very IT
Yeah,
smart
you have
people.
to look what it is. That's like, yeah, communicating,
I was like, you're in the Matrix, Gary. What?
Wake up, Gary, wake up. You're in the Matrix.
They have you. Wake up in a cold sweat 2 days later, no idea what happened. No, thank you. Right. Yeah, that definitely feels more reasonable.
Yeah, but do you really want to get this high, to be honest? I mean, which section is going to be like this high?
Because
I mean,
then
unlikely.
I'm just curious.
we can have many floors. Imagine, we could have a huge floor with hangars that you can go down to. We can have an entire section of empty space, like hangars, which you just can go down in. It's great. Personal floors. I mean, a personal floor.
I was thinking maybe the very back would possibly get that high and it's much wider, like it really widens out towards the rear, but certainly closer to the front, I would be surprised if it even got half of that height without looking a bit blocky. It's just a build box though.
Yeah.
I like it being a little bit taller than it is wide, just because that's obviously the fuel we're going for, but it's still going to basically be a big long tube, which is cool. Because again, it really plays into the whole ex-military idea. Like, maybe the reason there's so much carbon in space is that's where the giant ion cannon used to be. Like, we still have an ion cannon, just not the one it used to have. It's like, that's a war crime or something, we can't have it. The military sold us an old ship, but they wouldn't leave us the ion cannon.
It's
What was it called?
illegalized.
A war crime. I really like this sandwiched idea. No puns intended. is nice.
Gay.
Oh, I gotta get the SS threesome. No.
No matter how you say it, in every direction it sounds wrong.
Well, this whole oh, dude, that's what we have to call the ship. Double entendre.
Double what?
Yes. 2 layers of sandwich.
I just thought we call this the Mexican Wall.
What? Oh, sorry.
Don't really fancy the comments we'd get in the on the streams. Like, oh god, Trump supporters, like, we're not even American. Literally, no.
But we can say that Jimbo is American, and everyone will just as an American.
Or if we say he's American, he's going to kill us.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell anyone, dude.
Isn't it American though?
What?
Isn't he
Canadian?
American though?
No, he's Canadian.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Compared with Americans, he hates it.
You can still get him to come on, do an American accent with a "Make StarMade Great Again" hat on.
Maybe we should all adopt American accents.
Oh god. Howdy, folks. It's Captain Andros here, y'all.
Hey man, nice to see y'all.
How is this American accent?
No idea. I can't do an American accent to save my life. We're gonna build as a space wall. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with the whole 3D movement thing, but it'll be a thing. It's gonna cost a lot of money, is what I'm getting at.
Just put the
Tax.
wall there.
We'll work out the rest later. Covered in guns.
Yeah, that's American.
Stop those damn space spics from getting in. Into where, sir? It's space. Shut up! I don't pay you to think. Oh, we shouldn't put any of this on the stream. I just realized this is so racist. I'm sorry if anyone from America sees this, dude. It's just funny. I'm British. I can't talk. Have you seen Boris Johnson, the guy we're getting next? I have no right to laugh. He's just freaking Trump with a posher accent. And arguably slightly better hair. At least it's real.
That's one good thing.
Focus on building.
No, now we should spend an entire hour trying to, you know, explain everything we said and, you know, slowly kind of try to wiggle us kind of out of this and then agreeing that there are 200 genders.
200? Shit.
Yeah, still not heard about this.
Yeah, but I'm trying to work out how to even get past like 10. I'm like, 200 is a lot of genders. I don't know, man. I'm pretty like vaguely liberal with stuff. I'm like, you can do whatever the hell you want, just don't do it to me.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah.
like, I can't even know when people get all angry because you didn't know their pronoun. Like, oh, I'm you know, if you say like, oh, she to someone, like, no, I'm
It's like,
whatever, I don't know. Yeah, you're like, well, okay, I know that now, but you don't get any right to get angry that I didn't automatically know that. That's just stupid. You're just looking for a fight.
I mean, it's just very unimportant. It doesn't matter. The only time it matters is when the doctor is going to see you and kind of needs to know what you have between your leg and what kind of, you know, organs you own, which is vital.
Yeah. From a medical standpoint, it is what it is, no matter what you feel. Like, medically speaking, it's important to be what it is.
Yeah.
And then, otherwise that, honestly, you can do what you want, I just don't want you to ram it down my throat. I'm kind of the same way as I am with, like, religion and stuff. Like, dude, you can believe whatever you want, I totally respect your right to believe everything. I can't prove or disprove anything, and I don't know anything, frankly, but, you know, if you start getting, like, you know, trying to shove it down my throat or going on about it all the time and stuff, I'm like, well, no, now you're annoying.
But the Earth is flat, and you got to understand
No!
it.
Fucking flat earth. I draw the line at flat earth.
Oh my god.
I'm not liberal when it comes to flat
Focus
earth,
on
man.
Building the frame, please.
Never!
No, because now we're getting ourselves demonetized. Are you not understanding this?
We are already got demonetized.
Did you not hear me say space pics earlier, dude? We're gonna get banned. Oops.
Whoops.
Wait, what? What? Why? No! We have pirates.
What?
Huh.
No, my game froze.
Do we actually have pirates?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Hang on. I'll get that sorted. Don't you worry about that.
Fortunately, we don't have many areas that's possible to hit.
Oh my god, I can't do shit because my game keeps getting me this error.
Sorry, dude.
That's... Gotta find some way to solve that. Maybe it's somewhere in settings, not sure. But there...
EE Eternal Void Warfare Class Mark 11.
What the fuck's that?
I don't know.
I'll just teleport us in another sector.
Okay.
Yay.
Let me look. I do make this sector where we are in now making it safe.
We just moved sector.
Yeah, I just
good.
hold a comment. It's hold a admin comment is made.
Yeah. How it is.
Because I can
Something.
make the sector actually protected, so nothing can be destroyed.
Mm.
But that's really weird, man. I deactivated pirates and they disappear, man.
Just because you have the option doesn't mean it will happen.
They are like, oh, fuck the rules.
What sector are we in now, anyway?
243.
Cool.
God, we actually got some damage blocks.
No.
Okay, I put out my one of my frigates to defend the sector.
Probably a good idea.
Although it seems to be just fucking off for some reason.
Explode.
Why is it heading to 233? Order, defense sector 243.
Advanced battling.
For load sector range. No, there's a comment for it to protect the sector. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sector Chmod. Okay, I hope this is working somehow. Where we are, actually? 243. Okay, something was wrong. What was wrong?
What is wrong?
I told my ship to defend the sector and it just flew the fuck off until it unloaded.
Oh, I forgot the plus. Okay, the sector is on peace. I guess that's making it safe.
Well, don't count on it, but it's possibly better than before, which is nice. We still have the normal, you know, ass AI fleet that will eventually crash into us.
Oh, yeah. Damn pirates!
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, there's something seriously wrong.
What's seriously wrong? With the fleet? Or?
Well, I put my ships and told them to like formation with the one we're building on, and they're just again flying away and unloading.
Oh, great.
I think the ship's somewhere else than where it actually is. That's kind of irritating.
Well,
Well, every ship turns into fuck the roots.
Hmm.
Screw the commander. He isn't a captain. He has no empire. We go out and make you our.
Empire, Empire.
Okay. I just told him to fly to this sector, and that seemed to work. Go team!
Unfortunately, we can't tell them fly to this sector and try to not kind of collide into us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Next
No, they're just
update.
flying. They're still flying. It's like they don't. It's like they fly here and then they don't throttle down. They just keep flying again.
Oh, you
Come
mean they
back,
use full
assholes.
force and just fly off? I mean, that's
The
normal.
most useless. Damn it! Where the hell are you guys going? God damn!
Maybe it's because of the section is set on peace now. I don't know, man.
Well, that can't be good.
It seems like your own man doesn't like you. He's captain.
Nope.
We're having our own lives. We're free.
That was just like a friendly drive-by, you know? Like, hey, captain! See you, captain!
Yep.
Hey, Capitan!
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Are they stopping? Nope, they're just going crazy. No!
What's wrong with... Why is the one making breakdance?
Oh lords. Oh yeah.
One of them made some space breakdance.
That's the new groove, man.
Oh, they actually stay close? Oh no,
Goddamn.
do they drive away again?
I don't think
this
you should have too high hopes, you know.
Where the hell did they go?
Oh my god, look at this. Gary, why you took no lead in building? Now
Yep.
he's filling in the world gap with the building.
I'm starting to outline a structure.
So I'm just trying to fix our whole defensive thing.
Apparently, Xabrukral thinks doesn't
Dude,
like it maybe.
I just think you think way too big for just the small group of people.
No, because we can have, you know, big just plates. Because I imagine if it's chunky in the front, we can have, well, big the one big gun at like one of the slabs there, and we can have. Because I imagine if we have it kind of blocking the front, we could have floors with kind of apartments in the front, because it would be kind of cool, I guess. If you could have an outside view.
Spawn point error detected.
Oh no.
Okay. I think I'm in an alternate dimension. Yep. I'm actually getting teleported through various sectors now. I'm now in 010-3 for some reason.
Of course you are.
Fix this shit.
that one ship goes crazy again.
God damn it! I've been teleported. I need to log out the game. I think this is what nuts.
Oh, why they're shooting?
What? What are they shooting at? And I'm stuck in space.
Oh fuck! What was that?
Oh, they're again pirates, dude.
Ugh. I'll just teleport us to one side.
Dude, as I said, I made this.
Oh, does it? Can we trust it's safe? We maybe can. Teleport it back then. So we're still in 243.
I mean, the sectors are not really that huge, to be honest. We made them pretty small. Maybe they're just shooting outside the sector itself.
Yeah.
I mean, as
possible.
you can see, we are in. Where are we? We are in 243, and you can actually still see the shops.
Yeah.
So I guess they're just shooting out of the not safe sectors.
Could be. Oh shit! Something's shooting crap out of me.
No.
Cool. Wait, what ship am I in?
Did you just jump to a random ship?
Yeah, that's the best I could do. It's just Corvette
Yeah.
2.
Wait,
So if we
we
make
can,
Corvette 2 the flagship.
we can actually kind of fix this, I guess. I just take away on every blueprint in the admin section on the catalog, taking away the permissions for enemy usable.
I did that. It didn't work on my own server.
God damn it! Let's see, maybe it's working. I don't care.
Maybe
What I
it
find
starts working.
strange though is, like, there's been no patch recently, so I don't understand why this is now a bug. It wasn't there before.
And your ships fly off.
It should be coming to me.
Yay, defense force.
Oh crap! I actually have battle damage. What the hell? My shields didn't go down. I don't understand. What's even hitting me?
Are you in the safe sector? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
you are.
staring at.
I see you.
Also, my shields never went down. How do I have any damage?
Oh, so you got damaged, but your shields never went down.
No, not once. That's ridiculous.
We shouldn't be
This
able to
sucks.
get damage here.
No, that was a bug from ages ago. That shouldn't still be happening. No, my shields never went below like 98. And yet I have a huge hole in the front of my damn ship. There's no way an instance is damaging this ship. Like, not happening. That's bullshit right there. Yeah, this is peppered and damaged. What the? Dude, StarMade is not playing well.
It
One
hasn't
of the,
been
Wait,
playing well for ages.
one of the three ship. Oh wait, I see your camera. Which ship is damaged? I see.
The one that's not dancing around like an idiot.
Is it this one where you're in front of it?
Yeah, there's holes in the front and in the middle. But the shields never went below 98.
Wait,
So it shouldn't have taken any damage.
I do not see any damage on the ship.
What? But I do.
Oh, there. Oh yeah, there are the holes on top.
Yeah, there and at the very, very front as well.
Ah, yeah, here. Okay, now I
Like,
see.
how though?
Did they wait? So they actually penetrated just the shield system directly.
Yeah, just ignored the shields and did damage anyway.
Did they not fix that with?
I thought they had. Because that was a bug for a long time.
Yeah, dude, that's weird.
That's some bullshit right there. Alright, yeah. There's no way they. Also, this ship I could have floated around and not defended myself. There's no like a pack of those things wouldn't be able to get through the shields. It's not that weak.
Oh man.
Right, we're gonna try this shit again.
I mean, I did took permissions off for enemy usage. I really hope this is helping. Because just imagine, at the very end of finishing the ship, we just go online and the warship is shredded into pieces.
Yeah, that would be not ideal.
And everyone is like, dude, what the fuck happened?
That's the add member. Do. Right, now I'm gonna build leave the ships on defense. I'm gonna get out, and we should be fine. That's my plan. Despite the fact that apparently they can take battle damage now without their shields going down, but we'll come back to that at some point later.
Another time. It's a problem.
Just focus on this frame.
Yep, I'm heading back over.
Yeah, I've been trying to build a ish outline for the front
that's
part.
tall.
Yeah.
It's like a skyscraper.
Yeah, I want it to be taller than it's like considerably taller than it's wide, so that one can have floors of like apartments in the top, like above the bridge. I was thinking, but I think the ship, you know, we don't have. It will be hard to make it, you know, as tall all around. Because I'm thinking like just spawning. Pour in your suggestions, but I'm thinking like in middle section of the ship, we could have it be like almost entirely kind of open with like industrial things there, and just kind of scaffolding.
Okay, so like the front could be almost like hammerheady, so it's like really big at the front and then less big after that.
That's a possibility that could be interesting.
Yeah, or like it's wide at the front and the back and thinner in the middle, that sort of idea.
Yeah, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But I imagine we can have a
the
lot.
ship isn't that tall because I think that would look a bit weird in the long run. But yeah, if it comes down in the middle, oh right, yeah, tall at the front, right, and then a more sort of average, sort of closer to round if you're all middle, and then a wider back where the engines are. So it's like all three scales that way. That'd be pretty cool. It also means you can see the engines from the front. It would give the whole thing from a distance a kind of cross shape,
Yeah.
almost. Yeah. Okay, that would work.
We could have, you know, the scaffolding to keep the thing together, but in this case we could also incorporate a lot of free space into the ship that's still kind of not ship because it's empty space, but it would be an interesting way to display scaffolding and some random industrial things too if we want to do that. One can even have partial hull on some parts that are, you know, doesn't have stuff in them, just, you know, protection blast shields or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to see it now. Originally, when I looked at it, I was like, if that's gonna be the shape for the whole thing, I was like,
No,
But I
no.
like this whole hammerhead cross shape thing. That's gonna be quite cool.
So we can start building, I guess, the spine or something of the ship.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we gotta make stuff happen. I don't have so much longer
No,
today.
me neither. But it's good, like with the box down, and now that we've discussed the shape at least,
Yeah.
Like I'm happy. Like we can always just jump back on whenever anyone has time and start doing
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Just so everyone has, the same idea, like, kind of ish, what ship we're building, it's fine.
Yeah. The middle's a bit up in the air for me right now. Like I'm not sure how that'll end up because it's a bit, in a good way, kind of vague at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'll definitely next time I jump on, I'm gonna probably start working on the gigantic nuclear engines at the back. I think.
Hmm.
And then that means the middle we can spend a bit more time on it because that's where all the interesting stuff's gonna be happening. I think.
Hmm.
Is this my build block? So
So,
we now have a defense fleet. That's important.
well, that's useful, especially if does the command work or not? That's a little scary detail.
Yeah. Well, at the moment they're defending exactly this sector and they are sitting still, but I get the feeling if they're ever issued a move command, that doesn't seem to work. And this ship, I think, because we've teleported this ship a couple of times, I think the game still thinks it's a 222, because that's where they were flying to when I told them to get information with this ship. So it doesn't seem to have updated the AI to the fact that the ship's moved. But that might fix itself up with a reset at some point or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how the back end of the game works, to be honest.
Like, eventually, I guess, stuff will be fixed. I mean, it has to.
Yeah.
I don't know if the spine will be, but I'm just laying out. I mean, it might be any other shape, but I'm just approximating a tube-ish
Just to get
thing
the shape, yeah.
in the middle, so we kind of get an understanding. Because it would be good if we could, like, not make the engines, but just ish outlines around. You can start like putting down just if you do have a little more time, that is. But
I've got a few more minutes, so I'm just gonna making some shapes at the moment.
oh, you're spawning more defense or what?
No, I'm gonna mark out.
Oh, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah. The engines won't necessarily be this far back or anything. I'm just gonna make in some space for them.
Yes.
For some reason, can you imagine having the hammerhead on the front spinning around?
Wow.
Oh, dude, if you look at this from a certain angle for now, it's really uncomfortable. It's a bit embarrassing.
Please don't tell us more.
Can we? I'm not sure about the shape anymore.
Once the engines go on, that will break up the.
Dude, this is even more making the ship.
Okay, I admit, right now you could say it's phallic.
Dude, honestly, just look from the side from it. Yeah, look.
I agree. I'm looking. It could also look like a hammer, though.
I
That could be
think
the handle.
it definitely
So,
looks like a hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends how you choose to look at it. I mean, otherwise those are some square
Dude,
testes.
if you make the engine part more wider,
Yeah, that's the idea.
if you look from the top or the bottom, how does it will look, huh?
Yeah, but it's not gonna be round though. It'll be fine.
I mean, the engines will be pretty high too, so it will destroy the phallic.
I do have to say, in Ferry, if you're still listening, and you say, I am the gay vampire, yeah? Who's building something completely out of mind here, huh?
I mean, neither Gary or I realized, this detail of phallicness before you forced it upon us.
It has to be said, a lot of my ships are pretty phallic. I mean, do you remember the original Scutum class, funnily enough, where it was just a big board on a gigantic knob? And it was just a long tube with two spherical engines at the back. But from the side and the top, I never really noticed because I was focused on the shield shape. But then in one time, I think it was when I first flew to Pandora Haven, and somebody was asking me about the ship, and I just happened to look out from below, and went, oh.
Fuck,
Wow.
this is a dick. Oh.
Yeah, no two ways about it. That's all it was. It was a little bit concerning.
I don't know where the engines will start, but I've just made a little, I don't know, connection to the backside of the ship.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which
I'm
I'll-
really just blocking out sort of two circles at the moment. I'm not sure what shape they'll actually be. I'm just trying to get like, a visual on the whole thing.
Yeah, that's really what we're doing this
Yeah.
episode.
Well, we can also have some two visual engines on the front where it goes up and down.
Yeah, sure. This is like kind of like the main drive. Is really all I was thinking. I was either gonna do two, like to have like an opposite of the hammerhead, or like four almost. That's the other way I was maybe thinking.
I mean,
So it's like,
like,
top, bottom, left, and right. So it's
I mean,
like,
like I where I am now, there can be some visual engines on the bottom as
oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should put like maneuvering thrusters and stuff around the place actually. I mean, a ship that size would probably need them anyway. Sort of ACS.
It does
Yeah.
make sense that it has maneuvering thrusters, you know, in
Yeah.
the front kind of top there to steer the head of the thing.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I was totally okay until he left.
Guys, we're not building a space stick, okay?
But for now, it looks like.
Oh, sorry. To be fair, it reminds me of I briefly played Carbo Space Program,
Mm.
and that was what I thought. Like I played it on I think it was out of beta, but it was still pretty new. And I did build a whole series of rockets, admittedly, that were called the Space Penetrator series. They were just incredibly large, massive rocket dicks. Like it went through the Space Penetrator 1 through 9, then there was the Space Penetrator X series.
Oh god. No, no.
They were really bad though. Like I think at one point it had like it was like a 25 stage launch because it was so big and heavy. But by the time I got into space, it could barely make it to like the moon. It was just all of it getting off the damn planet. It was so pointlessly big.
And you painted it black, I guess.
No, but I wish I had now. That would be funny. It's just the Space Penetrator is like like obviously like a Trump style space administration, just bigger and more power, and inevitably phallic. Right here.
But you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
Cybercrow insisted so many times that he should not be involved in creating, you know, the basic outline shape of the ship, and that he should not, you know, decide vital things in the building stage. And when we did decide, the first thing, he's complaining about everything.
Yeah, because I do regret not taking
Yep.
it out of all.
He's all like, well, if I realized you guys were gonna do a space dick, I
I
would
try.
probably been more involved.
I tried to convince you many times that you should be active in the building process, and you declined. And now we're
I was
here.
here. I was a little bit distracted with the pirates.
Damn pirates, you ruined everything.
I think it can be a pretty glorious ship. And powerful.
Wait, no, the shape's obviously like, if it ends up being too weird or whatever, we can always workshop the shape. This is really just the first attempt. And to be fair, all rockets are kind of phallic.
As long as we do not change the colors right now.
To pink?
Nah. No. I was gonna do a tapered thing there, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't like it. It's kind of like a fin. Now it looks like like a fish. I think I might go with 4 engines. Yeah. like a top and bottom one that almost like only slightly go over the sort of center structure,
Hmm.
and then a completely sticking out left and right one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm a fan of slab systems, but I already mentioned it would be way much easier to have just normal shapes.
Probably.
It's not
we
so
do have-
many shapes we need to wedge too much. The sides are just like basically armor plates, so it's easy to kind of place fast.
Yeah.
Smack them down.
So let's see if we made this.
Oh. How big will the elevators be? Because I think we gotta add the tubes for the elevators kind of early.
Dude,
Oh.
at this height, it looks actually like someone has to take the bite into a bitter lemon and make on multiply, make on how is it called? An elevator that can hold and drive to different levels.
Oh, you mean
turbo.
select levels?
Yeah.
Oh, the logic. You're up for that. I ain't doing the logic for that
I'm
shit.
signing out. I'm signing out. I'm not doing it.
What? No way, dude. I'm not doing the logic. We'll be here all year.
Dude, you just know how freaking annoying a multi-selected elevator is and how much logic this is going to be.
I know. That's why I never do it.
Yeah, I also never do it because it's not worth it.
Nope. I have multiple elevators or only 2 decks. Or ramps. Lots of ramps.
We don't need to make it stop. We only need to make it stop when there is an actual thing to stop at. So we'll incorporate the elevator stops as we need them. Perfect. I mean, how many can there be? A bridge, each and everyone's apartments, so 4?
I don't. I own an apartment, dude.
What? What? What do
I
you
say
mean?
I don't need my own apartment.
What do you mean you don't want your own floor? Of course you want your own floor.
Nope.
I love it went from apartment to floor. in like one sentence.
It's basically a flat, I mean.
Penthouse suite, baby. Okay.
But we could also make gravity elevators.
I like the idea of using them as like an emergency thing, but maybe not
Yeah.
the main one. 'Cause it's big. Get it.
Yeah.
But certainly we should have a few of them.
I mean, as a main elevator, it's way much more cooler and roleplayish if you have something that moves kind of slow.
Of course we need to have a main elevator.
Yeah. I think we need to maybe even have a main horizontal elevator as well. That does go like to the rear engineering bay or something.
Like Tram.
Yeah. Yeah, trams. Why can't I not remember that word?
I don't know. You're the Englishman here.
Damn it. We don't have them in Britain anymore. Well, they tried to rebuild one in Edinburgh, but that's a disaster. That's all I'm saying.
So you don't have any light rail in Britain, or like?
No, the car industry, similar in America, managed to get rid of them.
Oh,
Uh,
great!
They kind of lobbied the government to get rid of them so that they had to sell more cars.
Yay!
Same thing that happened in America.
Yeah, nice.
Edinburgh in Scotland tried to redo one, but it went something horrifying, like 4 times over budget.
Oh,
It's still not even finished. It was supposed to take 3 years. That was a decade ago when they started it. And at the moment, it only goes down like basically one street or something.
yay!
And you're like, what? It's one of the good things I like being in Germany. There's still Berlin anyway. There's still trams everywhere. And Magdeburg had trams as well, actually. So trams are awesome, apart from the fact that I'm too warm in them. I can cope with it. I'm outside sometimes, and it's like stupid warm, but you know, it's a dry heat, at least in comparison to where I come from. And I'm like, yes, it's okay. But then you get in the tram, and it's just like humidity city, and I'm like, kill me, make it stop.
Already dead.
Pretty much. This is too diamondy. Yeah, it's only a frame just now. Not sure about this shit either. I'm really just trying to see what works. Engine shape wise. There won't be diamonds, obviously. This is just to get a frame to build from. I think it's too small though. Yeah, I can already see it. Not big enough. Much bigger. It needs to be huge.
Even though maybe the elevators should be slow or something, there definitely should be max speed rail with turbo.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will just take too long to use them.
Going from up and down. Come on, I know there's some technical issues currently with the elevator. I just want to get to the top. There's a poof. He's getting shooted through the armor.
I think this is...
Brandon, come back.
This is why we have transporters in the ship.
But then the
Yay.
shields come down.
Yeah, well, don't make everyone...
Even inner ship transporting brings the shields down.
Oh my god, shielding this thing is going to be nuts.
I think we can just opt out from shield this thing.
I do have
Alright.
the feeling. I do have the feeling like every ship that has to be built has to be a stair now, because the shielding is so weird.
Yeah. Not a
Yeah.
huge fan.
I mean, especially because the AI is getting
Sorry.
and going around you. If you build something bigger, the AI is probably going to get some damage to you, because they all actually driving into the shield and damaging you.
Oh no.
Yep.
Because you have just the shield protection if the damage comes from outside of the bubble.
Ah, that's maybe how the ships got damaged earlier then. Maybe the inside rammed me then fired its guns. I don't like that. I don't mind like the basic idea behind the new shield system, but the whole being able to shoot you from inside the shield bubble thing is it's not worth it. It's
That's
it
actually
would-
a game bug. You're
would
not
fix the
supposed to be able to shoot someone from inside the game, the shield bubble. It's just it was a bug for a while.
I mean, the world problem would be fixed if you can actually shape the bubble.
yeah.
That would completely fix the world problem.
Yeah,
Schema
if you're able to
talked about
squeeze it into
something.
a tube instead of having to make the sphere bigger and bigger to the point where you can't really build a shield good enough. Yeah, that would be better.
Schema talked about adding something like that when I spoke to him for the interview in January.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I remember something like that from your video that you did with him. Yeah.
Because I think that's supposed to be a thing at least.
I mean, while I watched the video, I was completely distracted by the annoying peoples that are always started to harass Schema and else.
Oh yeah, god damn it, that
was so
Die Hard
stupid.
fan.
What
That's
was that about?
Die Hard
I mean,
hater.
I mean, you can actually understand the hate a bit, but making it, how to say it, making it offended like this, not offended, making it directly like this, it's, dude, no, not necessary.
No.
No, it's like, sure, he's he's annoyed that the game takes long time to like do, but it hasn't cost any money yet if you
Yeah,
didn't
but
want to.
Yeah, that's the point. They're getting the game for free, you know? I mean, you can buy the game to support the game, but you have to take in mind as well that how much people are working on the game. It's just one guy.
Yep.
I mean, the other guys, far as I know, are just handling a bit of documentations and stuff, you know, or support. But active,
Yeah.
just Schema that's working on the game. It's just one guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Saber does some of the art assets or something, but that's
And a lot of
But
people
yeah.
forgetting this. It is not like Minecraft, you know, where 5 people's worked on a game and then continually increase it in numbers. On StarMade, it's just one guy that's working on it. And people seems like they forget this.
something's causing server lag.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't avoid this message because we had this earlier too on the other server as well. Not sure. I guess you can't avoid it because the game, the server itself has pretty good rigs so far.
Yeah, it's like the game's obviously nowhere even close to bothering to be optimized because it's still being worked on. So that's just the, you gotta accept that at the moment, basically.
I mean, optimization, it's probably something what you're gonna do on version 09 plus.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's going to be finished. Then
Somebody
it's
was ranting about that. You're like, oh, I've got a real computer and it can barely run and stuff. Like, dude, it's a fucking alpha. Like, I get it. I mean, my laptop is NASA specs and it still lags out playing it, but like, that's just what it is right now.
Yeah.
Dude, oh, it's barely playable. It's like, bitch, I made a green screen show out of this. How do you think I felt? The amount of, like, I couldn't be asked doing one for season 2, but like the making up of season 1, that was just like 1% of the amount of times the game just went, nope, right in the middle of it, like, no, stop it. Like, I spent like 40 minutes setting up a scene once, and then the ship would just spin out. You're like, oh, fuck you. And it would bang all the other ships, and they'd just drift off. This before fleets as well. So, to like manually go find them, fly them all back, set them all up again. Still using Bobby AIs for everything. I miss Bobby AI. What's it even for anymore?
Well, that's a good question. The fleet doesn't need them.
Yep. I'm hoping they find some use for it because I like at least the art asset of it. Like, I always have it, my drone fighters always have it so it's got like one red eye. Like, I
Yeah.
always make it visible that way. I just like it, so even if they just leave it as an art asset, I'd be happy.
They're supposed to use the Bobby AI. Like,
Well, I figured that would make sense, but yeah, they don't use it, so...
oh, so they'll
I
probably...
often wonder if the reason they didn't do that was like something to do with, ages ago, I think it's way back, when he talked about how he wanted to make the crew you can hire from the shop,
Yeah.
and to make it where like you'd have crew doing stuff, or at least that's the theory, but I haven't had anything like that in a long time, and you can't even hire crew anymore, it just crashes the damn game.
Oh, dude, imagine having AI, like AI people on a ship to make it actually really alive.
That's what I wanted to do, and then I found out even I managed to hire some without crashing my single player game, but the menu you can bring up to control them just doesn't do anything anymore. Like, they just don't react to it. You can't tell them to go on the ship or anything, and that used to work. Yeah, I really want that to work because that would always justify having slightly bigger ships sometimes, because there's a crew on it, even if all they're really doing is wandering around doing
It would
nothing.
make anything more alive.
Yeah. definitely what I'm. So, do-
Is 21 by 21 large enough for transport tube for shuttles inside a ship?
well, if we build a shuttle to match it, yeah.
Like with hover bikes and stuff, probably.
Oh, for bikes for sure. It's maybe a bit small for an actual shuttlecraft, but that'll be from a hangar bay anyway. Yeah, for the hover bikes, yeah, I like that. You could get because it should really only be like 1 block wide and like 4 blocks tall and stuff.
Yeah. We just want it wide enough so several people can ride in it at the same time and
Yeah,
not
so
collide.
we can do races and crash into each other and shit.
Wow.
Let's do this. Sorry.
Gmodism is surely the first book crush or something.
What makes you say something like that?
Dude, you can't fly, you can't drive.
I'm the best.
Dude, every time if I look this stream, I just feel that you crushed into anything. Especially on Crisis. Dude, you wrecked the world villages.
But the controls are weird. It's not my fault.
It's your fault.
But if I'm drunk and playing
Gmodism's
Crisis,
driving skills are like the one episode from South Park with the older mans, you know, with the older people. That they, where the government is taking their driver license.
oh no.
That's like Gmodism's driving skills.
You see, stream. This is what I have to. This is what I have to suffer every time. It's just
Suffer.
bash on my skills on driving. It's-
Dude, you're just asking the people that watched it, you crushing into things. So you're suffering yourself.
No. They would never say something like that.
Such besmirchment. Okay. That's a better shape.
So I guess you haven't decided where the hangar is going to be with the shuttle.
Somewhere in the middle, I'd imagine.
Now I'm just making the communication tubes. Because it could be pretty neat if you didn't need to ride by elevator to your personal apartment. You could just take your hover bike
Yeah.
inside the ship.
We could take it pretty much everywhere.
That would be pretty dope. I think that would be the first ship to have a thought out internal. It would only kind of reliably work when we stand still, but you know.
Yeah. As long as we put obviously loads of docks near people's quarters and the various sections of the ship so we can dock them so they're not floating about causing serious lag.
Yeah, that's a requirement. Holy shit. Otherwise it's just no.
Wait, so do you actually plan to make a multi-direction elevator?
No, the elevators are the smaller tubes in the front.
Oh, okay.
This, what I'm building now, is the access tubes for the hover bikes.
Oh, okay.
Hover bikes. I'm so excited about the hover bikes.
Yeah, me too. It's a little too exciting than it should be. It's just a ship in a ship, but
I still prefer mecha legs. I mean, on StarMade, it's clearly better having hover. But I would wish so badly that Empyrean Galactic Survival would make mech legs instead of damn hover.
maybe Sky Wanderers is a game that has mech legs and have made them pretty well.
Could be.
So maybe we gotta play that when it comes out for the mech experience.
So 2040.
It's going pretty fast though. Like,
Dude, StarMade was going first too in the first stages.
Mm.
Yeah, you see it.
I think that it's a high possibility that Sky Wanderers will be done before StarMade, but I'm a bit concerned for the French guy making it because he might work himself a little too hard.
Meep.
Do you recognize yourself in this situation?
Maybe. I'm pretty known for that actually. I always work myself too hard. Although apparently I build in StarMade slower than anyone. Like, yes, I have made a rough shape for the beginning of the edge. Oh my god, he's put half a ship. This is why I don't use the build on camera. I just go, look, I built a new ship, guys. And I was, oh, is that what you're doing this week? I'm like, this week? I've been gone for 3 months. What do you think I was doing?
Meanwhile, Crow finished 5 ships.
Yep. I build slower than everyone else, and then it comes out and they go, yeah, and for all that time, it's not that detailed. I'm like, shut up. It takes me a long time to decide on a shape. And I use planes to build, but I'm still a bit lazy for like not bothering to make lengths of blocks and stuff. I end up still just like violently clicking them in, which is really slow when I'm busy thinking. Few people know me like thinking. Gary thinks he can think. Lol. My early ships were just like building random, like literally just going, man, just trying something and building wildly until I ended up with something vaguely finished. It only ever worked once with that Scopo shuttle thing that I used to call the Lando. That's the only thing ever worked out, even though if anyone asked me how I designed it, I'm like, I didn't. I literally just built it randomly. Ever since then, I learned to like at least plan it vaguely.
Yeah, I still build, like many of the smaller ships I build, I usually just build from, without the plan. Just make them like a sculpture or something.
Mm.
But for like large ships, one needs to have like a kind of understanding how it will look, because it's not that easy to just, change stuff.
Yep.
True enough.
The amount of times I've had to do that one though, like quickly, we'll say quickly, spend a week ripping out a major part of the chip because I've changed my mind midway or had a better idea. Damn it.
So the hoverbike access tube now goes like a kind of T shape in the entire ship.
Cool.
And we can extend tubes from that shaft, like if we have areas like in the middle that are far away.
Yeah.
But that will be when we know those are a thing.
Awesome. I'm just proud Zaberclaw didn't snigger when you said shaft.
I think that maybe he hasn't made that obvious like connection yet.
Give
Like,
it time.
I think Sauber usually use the word shaft in terms of elevators and things like that.
Mm.
Sure.
So non-committal. The engines are sticking out past the frame now, but it just didn't look right otherwise.
No problem.
I might do 4 instead of just the two, but we'll see how it feels.
And so, like, next time we log in, the engines stick out from the frame by 400 meters. It's like, oh. You said fine. Oh.
You said it was okay. We needed more power. Oh, cool. If I do just have the two engines, though, we can have the Shuttle Bay literally between the engines at the back. We could have some sort of cool opening sequence thing as well.
Mm.
Interesting. Like, we maybe want the... I'll quickly do it before I come off. I was gonna say, like, we could have it taper out into like a rectangle launch window thing. Hang on.
So,
Why are you snickering all the time?
so
It won't.
every time if we land back on the ship, we are loading the shaft with ammunition, yeah?
God damn it.
That would be interesting roleplay sequences when everyone is stone faced and it's like Engineer Xaber, bring the truck and load the ammunition into the shaft.
To be fair, I did once build an actual space truck, even before you could undock things, so the trailer was permanent, sadly. I always wanted to go back and convert it into two ships so you can like undock the trailer from it. I love space truck. It was awesome. Although because I can't help building weapons, all that was in the actual truck was a fighter craft that you could totally launch. And I put like I think it was when you first got the not the inner ship remote, the one you can use between ship. So I was able to close the door for fighter craft. I enjoyed that. So I was thinking. Nope, that's surely it. Yeah. So I mean, like, not necessarily that, but sort of like it tapers off at the back into sort of a shuttle bay there. Like just something along those lines, anyway. That's all I was thinking. Doesn't have to be.
Oh, why not?
To just have this like cone at the back where the shuttle is, like the actual main one, that we can totally drive the space bikes all the way to. They dock the space bikes on the shuttle, and then we take the shuttle down to the planet. Space bikes.
Amazing. You can drive the space bikes straight into the shuttle, take the shuttle straight to the planet, and take the space bike out again. It's brilliant.
Exactly. Exploring, but you know, with style.
I just
yes.
placed random blocks of some of the colors, you know,
Yeah.
we thought about, like gray, 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 and a bit of orange.
Ah, like a palette. Cool.
We got a very nice comment from The Bone. He says, it looks like a hammer, kinda. Good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Until I slap those engines on the back, anyway.
Exactly. It looks like a hammer, nothing else. It does.
You have to write nothing else with dots after it, though. It looks like a hammer. And
Like the middle section is called a handle, not a shaft.
Yeah.
But we have shafts inside of there
Shafts inside it.
but so completely unrelated. It's just space bike shafts and elevator shafts.
Yeah.
And it's not related
Nothing
to
phallic
main
about
bike.
it.
No.
Cool. I think I'm probably gonna have to wrap up for the evening. but
Yeah, me too.
We have a frame though, which is good.
Yeah, we did more than I thought we would. Maybe a little bit because I've just took command and built ship.
Somebody had to be fair. I was way too busy going pirates.
Pirates.
I can't help it. My whole thing is space military. I'm like, you deal with the shape. I'll go shoot stuff.
Exarber is like, you build the shape of this thing. I will not have anything to do with that unless you build a.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I could have built like the back of the ship could have bloated up into just one big engine, but then it would have looked like a tip, if you will. Then it would have really looked like a space Venus. So I didn't do that, even though the thought crossed my mind. Just one huge engine.
Well, I'm glad you opted out from that at the last second.
Yeah, it was you know, it was hard to.
It was hard.
You know, but I was, you know.
Anyways,
I'm not gonna make a bunch of jokes. It's too easy.
yes. Anyways, I think this can be a very interesting ship when we put some industrial stuff and scaffolding and
Yeah, and space bikes.
and space bikes. A lot of space. Man, everywhere you go to the toilet, there will be a space bike.
Yep. No one walks on this ship. It's a rule.
I hear Donald Trump in my head saying everyone will get a space bike.
They were the best space bikes possibly ever.
And Mexico's gonna pay for them.
Oh no.
Demonitor.
Yeah. Just. I'm more worried we're gonna get like, you know, the FBI or something onto us for this one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean,
You know,
technically,
after all this, though, someone should probably test whether you can use the hopper bikes on a ship.
no, we should just do it. You can't do it unless you crash very hard into the wall. Don't do that.
Yeah. So it's just a build it, and the space bikes will come.
The Gmodism first was not taking a drive.
So I'm allowed to drive the ship, but not the space bikes in the ship. So.
Well, then you'll never be able to get around. Cool. Anyway, I'm definitely gonna have to call it there. I'm being invaded by a cat and everything though.
Someone should absolutely make a save.
Yeah, I
blueprint.
think many people should make a save. Also, every time
do that.
someone builds on the ship, save it. Save it.
Ship frame.
I don't want to save this dick to.
It's not that dick-like anymore.
It is.
Shut up, Xaver. You didn't want to build the frame, and now you didn't. This is the ship we're building. I like it very much.
It's like this movie, this parody, you know, Starship Surprise. Dream Ship Surprise.
Yeah. Save as local. Ship frame.
Yeah, local saves too.
I wish I could type frame. For some reason I'm spelling it completely wrong. Where's the F key? There it is.
Space dick.
Shut up.
At least call it the space penetrator.
I can't name this name decided.
Space penetrator Mark 1.
Oh no, I'm out, dude.
Space Smasher. It could be a hammer.
Yeah, that works.
It's still two-minded. because it can be a hammer too. You know, some people say it is day hammer.
Yeah. So we could call it. No, that's probably too rude. Space Thumper.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's a great name. It could be a hammer. Space Thumper. Absolutely. I think, guys, we have an unofficial name for the ship.
Oh no.
The Space Thumper.
Dude, I guess I'm going to be sick the next couple of months. So
Why?
I'm not. I can't participate building this thing.
I do apologize for how juvenile this stream has been.
At least
Right.
it hasn't been a boring stream.
No, there was every chance it would have been just like completely silent, like it's just mouse clicking. All those videos where it's like no talking and someone's just playing really heavy industrial music over it, and you're like,
And like clicking very hard. And sometimes breathing in the mic. And sometimes eating Cheetos or something.
Yep. Anyway, I'm now getting the look, so I'm gonna come offline.
I'm also out. So we'll end the stream. Definitely.
Cool. Yeah, so bye everyone who was watching.
Indeed.
So I don't wanna say
And
this.
thanks a lot for having time to join us. It's very nice. We could be like almost full crew.
Yep. It's gonna be a thing.
It was just one guy missing.
Yeah.
Was Jimbo missing?
Yeah. It's not
Jimbo
bad innings.
drove on in not America maybe. Because he's not
apparently-
American maybe.
Apparently, one guy left, kind of left.
Alright. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh yeah, Danarkibus has decided to kind of take a break from generally making videos for an undecided period of time. So yeah.
Is it till you can save up and buy a better microphone?
No, I think he just got tired of making videos or something.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I couldn't have dropped that in there. All I can remember is
Oh god, the robot voice, man.
I mean, to be honest, YouTube has become pretty much a mess.
Yeah. That's true. That's a topic for another time, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's about clickbait and everything else, you know.
Let's not start that topic and say, thanks a lot for watching the stream. I'm ending the stream now. Bye.
Taste the space, dude.